this video, we want to continue to look at the solution to the January 2024 paper. And in this question, we're looking at number 4. Now, number 4 is a function question, and it says, considering the following function, f of x is equal to 2 minus 5x, and h of x is equal to 5 minus x. So we are to now go ahead and calculate for the value of x. Now, in order to calculate for the value of x in f of 4, it simply means that wherever I see x in the function x, I'm going to substitute it with 4. So therefore, f of 4 would mean everywhere I see x, I'm going to replace it with 4. So that would mean 2 minus 5 times 4. So 2 minus 5 fours will give us 20. So 2 minus 20 would be equal to negative 18. And that is what f of 4 would be equal to. Then the other question says that we are to find h of 0. And the same concept as the one before would obtain. So it only means now that wherever I see x in the function h, I'm going to replace it or substitute it with 0. So therefore, h of 0 is equal to 5 raised to the power of 0. 5 raised to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Because from the laws of indices, it says that any number that is raised to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So therefore, by just applying the laws of indices, 5 to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Okay? Now, in the next question, we are to find f of h of negative 2. So this is now a composite function. But in doing this composite function, what we are first going to do, we are going to find h of negative 2. h of negative 2 would mean that we have 5 raised to the power of negative 2. If 5 raised to the power of negative 2, that is the same as saying 1 over 5 squared. 1 over 5 squared is the same as saying 1 over 25, right? Because 5 squared is 25. Now, so what we are now going to do, we are going to now substitute the x in h of x in f of x rather, with 1 over 25. So we are now going to find f of 1 over 25. So that's what we're going to find. Okay? So that is equal to 2 minus 5 times 1 over 25. So here we see that 5 can cancel, because 5 into itself goes 1 time, and 5 into 25 goes 5 times. So we end up with 2 minus 1 times 1 will give you 1/5. Okay? Now, so what we can do, find the common denominator here. What is the common denominator? 5. You agree? So 1 into 5 will go 5 times 5 twos will give us 10, minus 5 into 5 will go 1 time. 1 times 1 will give you 1. So that is equal to 9 over 5. So 9 over 5 is the same as saying 1 and 4 over 5. Inverse of f of x. Okay, so remember now, f of x was equal to 2 minus 5x. So that is what f of x was equal to. So what we are going to first do, we are going to define the function. How do we define the function? By saying y is equal to 2 minus 5x. So when I say 2 minus 5x, so that's how we define the function. So remember now that the y would be the range or the codomain, and x would be the domain. Okay? Now, so what we are now going to do, we are going to switch the domain and the range. So we are going to say now x is equal to, so wherever I see x, I'm going to replace it with y, and where I see y, I'm going to replace it with x. So I'm going to say 2 minus 5y. Now, what we are going to do, to simplify things, I'm going to carry this 5y across the side and then carry the x over here, because we want to make y the subject. So we have 5y is equal to 2 minus x. Because remember, if you have a positive x here, if it comes across this to the right hand side, it now becomes a negative x. So we have 5y is equal to 2 minus x. So because we have a 5y equal to 2 minus x, we have to get rid of this 5. Okay? How do we get rid of the 5? Because we want to make y the subject, we're going to divide both sides by 5. So if I divide both sides by 5, 5 will cancel 5 on the left hand side. So y is equal to 2 minus x over 5. Therefore, what can we conclude? We can conclude that f inverse of x is equal to 2 minus x over 5. So that's the inverse of the function f. Now, in the other part, in part C of the question here, we're still dealing with a composite function, but what simply means now that we are going to be substituting the function f in for x in the function f. Okay, that might be a sort of bit confusing, but observe how we go about doing this. So we know that f of x again is equal to 2 minus 5x. Okay, so therefore f of x is equal to 2 minus 5 times f of x. I'm just going to put f of x here for clarity. So that means everywhere I see x, I'm going to replace it with the function f of x. So that would be equal to 2 minus 5. And what is the function f of x equal to? 2, correct, 2 minus 5x. So we have 2 minus 5x. So now we're going to expand and simplify. So it's 2 minus 5, negative 5 times 2 will give us negative 10. And negative 5 times a positive 5x is going to give me positive 25x. Then we simplify. So 2 minus 10 f of x inverse is f of x rather is equal to 2 minus 10 will give us negative 8, and since there is nothing else to subtract or add the x to, we're going to get 25x. Okay, therefore, what can we conclude? We can conclude that a is equal to negative 8 because a is a constant here, and b, which is equal to the coefficient of x, is equal to 25. And that's how we would go about doing a question like this. So please share this video, like the video, subscribe, and if you have not subscribed to the channel, don't be afraid to leave a comment. I'm here to assist you if you so desire, but please remember, in order for you to do well at math, you have to get intimate with the concepts. So please ensure that you are practice, because practice makes perfect. Have a great and wonderful day or night. Be blessed.